I started off, I got my foot in the door at Q doing security. To be 100% honest, I had a crazy mentor by the name of Shawn, who was the creative director at the time. And yeah, bro, he liked my flavor. He happened to be from Federal Way, which is where I'm from. And the history on Q, it was more of an electronic club. I watched Q have its first hip hop night. I hosted Q's first hip hop night.
Wow.
It was hot sauce. It was based around like sneakers, 90s hip hop. It was kind of just a play on that. We had like Bismarck come out here, Too Short, a bunch of stuff like that. And so I was hosting it then when Shawn was running the shit. Fast forward, Swerve ends up taking over. I worked side by side with him, continued hosting, working in-house at Q. And I mean, I kind of just stayed down for the crowd, and it's kind of like, at this point, it's kind of my turn. The creative coordinator at Q, so like I'm on a full-time salary at that place.
Wow! Congrats!
Saturday. Thank you. I throw the Saturday night parties now. I do the bookings for that, and so I think it was, to kind of touch on what I'm doing right now. It's stepping out of me being the focal point of the, we'll say the franchise, and kind of shifting that to the people that, are in the city doing things at other spaces that I feel like should be happening at Q. I would go ahead and say Q is probably the biggest nightclub in the city. It's in the heart of Capitol Hill. And so there's no reason why people like Trey, Mambo should be not hosting these events. You host all the other great events.
Right.
I would have somebody that's, I'm not saying the people before me wasn't for the people, but I'm outside. I'm doing things outside of Q. I get to see these people in their own element. So I get to bring those people into, into the kind of, the corporate world. It's the closest thing to Vegas. We collaborated with trades. You know what I mean? And so it's really my goal right now personally is booking my friends, booking the people that I think deserve this light. Hopefully they have enough game to be able to take the power that Q has and transition that into another market. I just booked Ray's kids, Jordan and Trent to headline Q Nightclub. That's major. You go into a smaller market like Portland, say you go into California, you can use that as leverage. Put that on there.
Absolutely.
So we talked about earlier, Trey, you can put this on this press kit you got to host for DJ Paul. You make this thing look bigger than what it is. These people in Seattle will never understand it. Once you get out of this region, it's like these things click, these things ring bells, and it's all about the game that you have as an individual to run with it. I'm called to play, you just got to come score a touchdown. And so that's kind of where I'm at with the whole Q thing and bringing other people to my house.
Man, tell me a little bit about working with Swerve, man. You talk about a guy who's been putting in for the Seattle scene for over a decade, consistently.
That's what's crazy.
More than a decade. I don't want to age him, but this guy is just a legend for the Seattle scene. What are some things you've learned from him?
Man, I learned a lot, man. Honestly, taking care of your people. Swerve is really big on taking care of the people that was around him, and it reflected that. Anybody that was around Swerve thrives. You know what I'm saying? And so I was able to kind of take that chapter from his book and apply that to the book that I'm trying to write. And you guys got to understand, man. I can't think of how many weeks there is in a year, but to be able to do that at the high caliber of Q Nightclub every Saturday, man, it's a lot. You know what I mean? You have to book these things out 3 months in advance. You know more people than the people that you're booking. These people are pulling on you. Just to be able to handle all that, I was able to watch him soak up things from Swerve. I've always prided myself on mentorship, man. Shawn Majors is probably the coolest guy that I've ever met in my life.